Hey guys, and welcome back to Spyro. Yeah, take that, you gem-pilfering bastards.
Well, we all know how Tom feels about Gnorc business.
I don't care if they were birthed into this world by dark magic, they're taking my treasure.
And by Jove, I'll have it back.
Oh man, like, the backdrops, like, when Spyro glides into a world are fucking gorgeous, and I think someone's actually managed to isolate those and basically create a collection of them, and I like to spend a little bit of time. What the fuck is this Gnorc doing?
Sorry guys, back to that point later. He's being a doofus. He's just like, yeah, I can take you on. Bless him.
He's playing defensively.
Okay, he's using those smash strats. Anyway.
I summoned my Gnorc in defense mode.
Yes, thank you. Let's not bring Yu-Gi-Oh into this. The PlayStation had enough Yu-Gi-Oh games, thank you very much. What the fuck kind of point was I even trying to make? Oh yeah, the art is gorgeous. The end.
And that's all that matters.
It is. I mean, as we all know, PlayStation 1 didn't have much to play with on the poly count, but they really pulled the art direction to its limits, as Insomniac tends to do, really. It's kind of one of their trademarks, is to really push the boundaries.
Oh man, have you seen that latest game, the PS4 exclusive Spider-Man title? Holy shit.
Oh yeah, they really know what they're doing.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
Dark Hollow, Digi. I'm not usually a fan of nighttime levels, as I've mentioned many times before, and if it is going to be nighttime, I usually prefer it to be juxtaposed with neon and whatnot. But since we're in medieval times here, there is no such thing. So, why does Dark Hollow tickle your fancy, so to speak?
Because it's a nighttime level.
Okay.
Well, there's more to it than that, but I love nighttime levels regardless. But I think, like I said, it's a nice, compact little sort of run-around level, and there's enough to it that it's just a nice little experience by itself. It's not too overwhelming, and for one of the first levels, it really sets a nice tone for the rest of the game. Because, You've gone from the artisan homeworld, which is this bright, green field, sprawling meadows, into this tiny little sort of cranny lodged in the middle of nowhere. And it just kind of really does push, to bring up the art direction again. It really does show that they can handle both ends of the scale. And it's just, I don't really want to bring this up too much, but it's very aesthetically pleasing.
Hey, that's my word, and you're welcome to use it, my friend.
I just really like the way it looks, and what they've done with it.
It's very calming.
It is, yeah. It's kind of like something out of a Midsummer Night's Dream, only with a lot more gem collecting and Gnorc destroying.
And a lot less Shakespeare.
Yeah, a lot less Shakespeare. In fact, I'd go as far as to say there's no Shakespeare in Spyro the Dragon. Well, maybe in the third game, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there. And, it's talking about calming, it is the music to this level is beautiful. I love it. It's my favourite track on the entire soundtrack. So I'm slightly biased, but
I would heavily recommend for all of you watching this, if you haven't already, go on YouTube and look up the video where Stuart Copeland actually goes through the process of how he created the music for Spyro, and you see all the different layers come together. And I may be a bit of a geek for that sort of thing, seeing things from conception to completion, but it's just wonderful to see, really.
I can understand, that's the kind of thing that wanted to get me into game design, because I like seeing behind the scenes stuff and seeing how did they do this and how did they do that. But just with that, Stuart Copeland video, just seeing him just sit down and just compose stuff in real time, it's so inspiring. It's kind of motivating, actually.
I'm so glad we're doing this playthrough, honestly. I'm getting chills from nostalgia right now.
Darius bringing it home. That gem collecting noise. It's so satisfying.
Oh yeah, I'd go so far as to say it's aesthetically pleasing.
Well, just listen. Oh, it tingles my ivories, it does.
Clink-a-link for the win.
Indeed. Alright, Jeff, what's next?
Well, we've still got a couple more levels to go, but first, here's a little secret.
Oh, shit. From the back folds of the official PlayStation magazine.
Dun 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 dun!
You learn about that in World 3, I think? 2 or 3, it's certainly a lot later on in the game. I think it's one of the dragons or the balloon keeper sort of just says, oh yeah, by the way, there's this Ixnay in the Oxnay down in the artisan world.
Ah yes, secrets delivered through the mouth of, I don't know, somebody, I guess. Alright, the Speedways, as I guess they come to be called in future games. These task you with a time limit that you can increase by destroying like stuff that the game's asking you to. Here you've got the barrels, you've got like, I believe it's archers, rings, and planes in this first level, Chef?
Yep, trains, arches, rings, and the chests.
Okay. And Spyro, he's so small he can't fly normally, unless you have like a power-up from, again, a future game. So just to be able to like cut loose here is like, it's very freeing, it feels great as well. Just don't go too close to the water, otherwise you'll have to replay the level all over again.
But if you go just close enough, you'll see a little ripple in the water.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
beautiful.
Good visual effects.
Mm-hmm. I'd put that on my scone, it's my jam. As you say, it's like having this kind of freedom is a really nice change of pace. It's not too much of a change either. Like, it's still feasible within the realms of being a dragon, because he's got wings. But having this ability to, just sort of go around as you would, just in an open world game is very satisfying.
Ah, I see. So you decided to get a plane before finishing off the archers. That is a bold move, Con. Let's see if it pays off.
Thank you very much, Tom. I'm quite proud of that maneuver.
And let's go over to Chaff with the play-by-play. How do you feel about the planes, Chaff?
I hate them. I killed them all.
Oh! And Spyro just ascends to space. See ya, Spyro.
Oh, it's beautiful.
300 gems at once, Jesus.
Fan self. Ooh.
Don't take me to a jewellery store. You will incur the wrath of the gods and also rack up a very large bill. I'm not trying to say I'll go like buck wild in there, but I'm just saying is all.
You might come out with a few more rings than you expected, let's just put it that way.
Okay, I believe it's boss time now, Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, here we go. This is like the only world in the game, I think apart from like Nasty Nork's place, that requires you to beat all the levels to actually get into the boss area.
Well, I believe you only have to beat one world to get to it, I think.
I think if you beat one and come here, the dragon will open. You just have to sort of actually go towards it. There's only two triggers, one of which is to complete a level, the other is which get within 10 feet. So it's
not too dissimilar to the Whizpig head in Diddy Kong Racing.
Aha. Oh, the comparisons have started already. We're half an hour in.
Alright, Chaff, what can we expect from Toasty?
Toasty!
We can expect me to use the totally not useless dodge roll technique.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never used that fucking thing.
This is like the only level you need it in.
I don't really use it too often outside of this, but I think it was nice to have at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I when someone with skill uses a maneuver I never use, I kind of go red-faced with shame, and I was like, oh, all this time I could have been pro. I could have been pro, but instead I was casual. A goddamn casual.
It could have been you, man. It could have been you recording this.
So, the gimmick for this level. We've already seen, like, the shepherds and whatnot, but these dogs here are probably the most ferocious enemy you'll encounter in the Artisan homeworld. They take roughly about 2 hits to kill. The first will wake them up, and then they'll kind of, like, try and belly slam you. So, you can, if you're pro enough, use the dodge roll move to get out of the way. Or you can just, like, I don't know, use the analog stick to move out of the way. Whatever takes your fancy, really.
You can charge underneath them if you so wish. I found that to be quite useful.
But I don't think you can actually charge into them as an attack, because I think that just wakes them up and they just kind of jump over you.
Yeah.
I think you have to flame them.
It's also like a life lesson. Charging into dogs never really ends up well.
Spyro the Dragon, teaching you moral compass codes since 1998.
How did that shepherd miss you, by the way?
Because Spyro's so tiny!
But that's okay.
It's fine. Nevin says it's fine. Ha ha ha, you get it, Dragon? Barbecue? Why the fuck did Rocco voice Spyro in the first game? I never got that.
That is an excellent question.
Like, do we have his voice actor here? Like, his actual name and whatnot?
I can never pronounce it right, but it is... Oh my god.
Say it phonetically, it's fine.
Okay, it's Carlos Alazraki.
Carlos Lazaraki, there you go. Good enough. Sorry, Carlos, if you are listening to this playthrough, we do apologise. That sheep went down, son. That was it, by the way. That was the entirety of Toasty. That was it.
Yeah, sorry, we spent the whole time trying to pronounce Spyro's voice actor's name. But, you know, it's just like a multi-phase boss. You eventually reveal to the world that he is in fact a fraud. A sheep in, like...
Pumpkin's clothing.
There you go. And we're recording this around Halloween, so it's doubly appropriate.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, son.
Show me that sweet artisan 100%, yes!
Oh!
I could just rip my shirt off in triumph, but I won't because that's weird.
Yeah, 13%. Oh, I'm getting so hot just thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.